don't recall making accusations about Brad having harmed Nancy that afternoon?
I do not. I had made the call to the police at that point, though.
Do you recall testifying during your deposition under oath that you had never seen Brad yell in front of the children?
I don't recall, but there were many interviews that I did.
Do you recall saying that you'd never heard him verbally abuse Nancy?
I believe I said that, but again, it's been a number of years.
Mr. Hiller, if you can tell us about that conversation.
With Jessica, I talked about 3 different topics.
Okay.
3 distinct topics to me.
All right. Can you tell us about that?
The one that probably came first was her using expletives and telling me that, you know, she knew Brad expletive did it. She better expletive tell me what he did. I know he expletive did it.
And what was your response to her?
I said, Jessica, you just need to put it out of your head. The police are always going to talk to the husband.
And did you talk about anything else?
Yeah, there were 2 other topics I talked with Jessica. One was, I don't know how it led into it, but she said she had painting plans with Nancy that morning.
And what was your discussion with her about that?
I said, I don't understand how you could have painting plans with Nancy because Brad and I were going to go play tennis. And what led from that was I was like, well, would she have even brought the kids? And she was like, no, she wouldn't have brought the kids painting. So that was the second topic I talked to Jessica about.
And what was the third topic?
The third topic was she told me that she's the one that reported it, so I shouldn't talk to the police. She would talk to the police, and she would tell me what she learned.
We have absolutely nothing that would lead us to believe that this is anything other than an isolated incident at this time.
Do you believe?
We do not believe it was a random act of violence. Once again, we still believe this is an isolated case. Cary continues to be one of the safest places to live in the nation. The question was that there was possible video of Mr. Cooper buying bleach at a convenience store, and they wanted to know if we could comment on that, and we cannot comment on that at this time. The question is, do we believe that we do not have a murderer out roaming and on the streets?
Looking for women jogging or looking for women in general?
Looking for women jogging or looking for women in general. What I can tell you is that we have had a murder, we have not arrested anyone, but we do not believe that our community that it's not safe for our community to go out and jog and be out in the community doing the things that they enjoy.
We started talking about what she was wearing. I asked him again, did he?
And what had he told you before?
He had told me that she was wearing a black and red sports bra.
Okay. And did you ask him about that again to see if he remembered anything else, or why were you asking him?
Again, because they had located her, what we thought was her at the time. She had on a pulled-up sports bra.
Okay.
I wanted to just ask to see if he had any remembrance of anything that she was wearing.
Well, and do you remember exactly how he responded to that inquiry that night?
I asked him, did he remember what she was wearing? Again, going over, trying to see if he could recall anything particular. Maybe he saw her and didn't recall it, and jog his memory. He said black sports bra, and then he stopped. He didn't go any further, which I thought was kind of unusual, because the thing that, if it's black sports bra, what kind of shorts would you think she'd wear, or a T-shirt, or anything like that? We just stopped after black sports bra.
You have testified that Mr. Cooper made statements to you about Mrs. Cooper wearing a red and black sports bra, and that he then stopped and did not finish his sentence, correct?
Right.
Could you read the notes as they are written in your handwritten notes, describing what was described to you at that time?
You want me to explain or read what's here?
If you would read what's there, please.
Black top, white stripes, red/blue top.
And beneath that, is it accurate to say that could have grabbed clothes anywhere, usually keeps clothes in laundry room or in laundry also?
Yes.
So at that time, what Mr. Cooper had told you was simply that he did not know what Mrs. Cooper had been wearing on the morning of July 12th.
Right.
My question is, today,
Yes, sir.
right now, this moment as we sit here talking, do you believe, as the lead detective in this case, that your review of the evidence in this case, including the photos, leads you to believe that specific parts of the house are cleaned in an effort to cover up a homicide?
Later on, we found out there were some ducks in that area and there were some bamboo shoots in that area. So to say that I could not deduce from that maybe the incident occurred near the steps, maybe the bamboo shoots were knocked over, the ducks were knocked over and broke, is that possible? We would have to look into that.
And so you're saying when you were there on the 11th, that the decorative ducks were there on the this key chest or this table that's there in the foyer?
But my memory is that when looking at this picture, the very first thing I noticed is it didn't look right, and it didn't look right because these items that were always there were gone.
Would you tell us, without taking them out, what they are?
There's 3 ducks in here, a red one, a red one, a dark one, and a white one.
Okay, and do you recognize those ducks?
Yes.
Do you recall where you first saw those ducks?
They were in a box in the front room.
Yes,
You knew they had been in a box.
that's true.
Why didn't you say something to somebody about that? So, we wouldn't put all these witnesses on that now look like they're a bunch of liars.
Everything you're saying about the 6:40 a.m. phone call being set up, or however you want to characterize it, is pure speculation.
I don't believe it's pure speculation.
You don't have a single log entry from any router saying that that's what happened, do you?
No, I don't know.
You don't have any kind of phone records that indicate that's what happened, do you?
No.
You don't have any expert that can come in here and say that that is what happened, do you?
No, I don't.
Attempted to unlock phone using PUC code supplied by AT&T, using sequence advised by AT&T. Enter incorrect codes until PUC enter incorrect codes till PUC requested. This process wiped out BlackBerry.
Where in your notes do you record the sequence that you were given by AT&T on July 30th?
I didn't document it in my notes, sir.
Now, have you ever known a situation where police have made the mistake of putting in an incorrect password to the point where they have deleted the data off of the phone?
I have never seen a cell phone wiped out. I've seen officers make calls on it that may have gotten rid of a few of the later entries. But I have never seen in my life a cell phone or piece of evidence, be it GPS, be it a computer, totally wiped out during an investigation.
Have you ever seen the SIM card contained with a phone or within a phone deleted accidentally by law enforcement?
No, I've had issues in cases with SIM cards where I know evidence wasn't turned over, but I've never had a situation where a card was completely destroyed.
Yes, sir, because I did not locate any dress of any color within the residence.
It actually appears that the dress goes all the way from the second basket all the way down to the ground, does it not?
Yes, sir.
Yet your testimony was that you overlooked it because you thought that it was a shirt.
Yes, sir. That and the fact that it was green.
And you don't believe that that particular dress could be characterized as teal.
No, sir.
There is no blue in that dress from your perspective.
In my opinion, that dress is green.
General appearance.
Yes, I was. She was wearing a bluish green summer dress.
So have you formed any opinions with respect to the protocols that were or were not followed during the collection of that evidence?
I do. I did see some issues early on. This computer in the IBM ThinkPad of Brad's was left on, okay? That's an issue. It's my understanding after looking at that was still connected to a VPN and it was connected to a wireless network as well. So anybody can get access to that computer. I saw file changes. I mean, I saw numerous file changes. Just based on the reports that I read, there were several hundred files that were changed. To me, again, that's spoliation as a forensic examiner.